Hi guys, and welcome back to another Tech Minds video. So we've looked at a few different versions of this cool little radio receiver in the past, and in this video we'll take a look at the latest version 4. Now this is the ATS Mini V4, and you can order this either with an ABS plastic case, or you can pay a little extra and get this one, which is metal or CNC'd aluminium. There has also been some other improvements with this version 4. The main SI4732 receiver is now shielded, which is supposed to help with electromagnetic interference, and there's an ESD device which has been added to the antenna input to protect the receiver chip. The high Z circuit has been moved to the front of the antenna path, and it now uses a more stable VCC radio power supply to preserve signal resonance and reduce noise. Apparently, you can also use headphones as part of the antenna system when receiving FM broadcast. Now that reminds me of what we used to do with old mobile phones that had radios built into them. Do you remember that, or am I just really old now? Now the V4 still has the ESP32S3 controller, and that means it's perfect for modifying and trying out custom firmware. In fact, there's actually quite a few different firmware versions out there right now that you can test. We will test one out later. Now it supports HF reception with sideband and AM support, and also VHF using FM. Essentially it's just the FM broadcast band, and there's still no airband or 2-meter VHF support, not until a different chipset or down converter is used. Now, according to the ATS Mini website, the official outlet store for purchasing these online is via Banggood, and I'll link that below in the video description, along with a coupon code so you can get yourself a discount. But let's just quickly see what we get in the box. Now this version comes with a donut style wideband antenna, a little quick start guide, which does have some useful links to firmware downloads. You also get the receiver itself, a USB-C cable, and a small telescopic antenna, which is kind of okay, but a longer one does actually work better. As mentioned earlier, this version I have came with a metal case, and it actually feels really nice and solid, even professional compared to the first versions that came with those dodgy 3D printed cases. Now it still supports a 1.9-inch colour screen, and on top is the SMA socket and the USB-C socket for charging that internal battery, and for also updating firmware. Down the right side is a 3.5mm headphone socket, which actually works this time with a decent amount of output power. And then on the other side, there's a physical power on and off switch to save battery when you're not using it. The new knob style is an anti-slip knob with a textured finish, and again, this is metal and actually feels quite nice to turn. Now, this does also act as a push switch and will be heavily used in changing settings, as this is the only control on the whole radio. Turning on, we are presented with a familiar screen layout. Now to access the menu, just tap once on that rotary knob and then select the item you want to change and then tap again. Now the screen on this is very good, and as you all know, I do like those black screens. We will test it outside in a bit and you'll see how good it is in sunlight. Additionally, on the rear is where the internal speaker lays. There's actually a small grille there, and that allows that 1 watt of audio power to radiate from its rear end. Using the included telescopic antenna, this little radio receives the FM broadcast band extremely well. It even decodes RDS if available. Now, as this is a mini radio, the internal speaker is a little small, and even though it's been upgraded, it does mean that the audio output can be a little bass less, i.e. it's more mid and toppy than anything else. Now, there are quite a few menu options available with this firmware that came with the V4, and one of those is the ability to change the colour theme. So if you're not like me and you don't like those black backgrounds, you can change the colour so that you're happy. And I'd like to take a moment to thank JLCPCB for sponsoring this video. Now JLCPCB provide easy, affordable and reliable PCB and PCBA solutions, empowering electronic engineers to develop projects efficiently. Now JLCPCB website is extremely easy to use, and ordering PCBs from JLCPCB is effortless. Just simply upload your Gerber file to get an instant quote and place your order in minutes. It's as easy as shopping online. Now you can get 1 to 8 layer PCBs for just $2, and with efficient large-scale production, this reduces cost and brings you unbeatable prices. Quality and lead time is highly reliable, and all in-house production ensures quality stability, especially with their strict quality control in every process. You can have your PCBs produced in less than 24 hours if you need them in a rush. Easy to use, affordable to make, and reliable to trust. You can always count on JLCPCB. Now don't miss out JLCPCB's 6-layer PCB special. You can get $30 off with a coupon and enjoy top quality 6-layer PCBs for just $5. Thanks again to JLCPCB for sponsoring this video. Now I decided to test the little donut antenna that came with the radio, and while I was not able to receive any SSB phone stations while using it indoors, I was able to receive quite a few FT8 stations on the 20 meter band. So using an FT8 decoder running on an Android device just next to it, and just using the microphone on the Android device, no cables, it was actually able to decode quite a few stations from around Europe. I also tested FT8 reception on the 10 meter band indoors using a telescopic antenna, and this time I was able to receive and decode stations from Russia. Now that's not too bad considering I'm inside, my studio lights affect HF reception, and the antenna is not particularly large. One of the tests I wanted to perform was to connect my end-fed half-wave antenna to the ATS Mini, just to see if it would overload. Considering this receiver is primarily designed for portable use and using a high-Z antenna, I tested a couple of the ham radio bands.
Nice signal. 5-9 into the city of York, roger. Right, roger. Yeah, no, I've had this call sign 20 years now or more. And I'm the fourth custodian of the call being handed down. It goes back to 1921, roger.
7-3, this is Oscar Kilo 2, Hotel Fog. Oscar Kilo 2, Hotel Florida, portable station, Volta and lookout tower activation.
So it appears to handle using large wire antennas perfectly well. A little issue with the AGC at the start of each sentences, but overall it did appear to work okay. As the ESP32 module has Wi-Fi on board, there's a web server built in, but with this firmware you cannot really do much with it. Now I know there's others out there that we may test in the future, but this video is really more about the hardware. Now this particular V4 board does actually have a little secret lying on its main PCB. So in order to utilize that, I needed to change the firmware. Now this is one of those firmwares which has a waterfall which you can enable in the menu using a couple of settings, but it's not overly practical because you cannot listen to it while it performs a scan. I guess this may be useful if you're into FM DXing and want to monitor a certain part of an FM band and then want to have a visual aid for when conditions peak and you start receiving stations. If you press the encoder once, it does switch to listening mode, but the waterfall does stop. There is another feature within this custom firmware which provides a really fast way at scanning the FM broadcast band, and then it auto saves those found stations into memories. Now for more information on this custom firmware, please check out the website linked below so you can choose whether this custom firmware has new features that you think you may use. Now we'll show you another feature of this custom firmware in a moment, but let's just take it outside and see how well we can receive just with a small telescopic antenna.
Really, I don't have a problem to copy you at all. Absolutely understandable with very good audio and very, very nice questions. Okay, thanks very much for the contact.
Call 0, X-ray, Juliet, India. Julia, good afternoon. You are 5 and 7 today, 5 and 7.
On Friday evening, 40 at our time, it's got a long skip. So, I think at the moment conditions are wonderful. You're coming to a great moment. QRM talk on and you're just there.
Well, to be fair, that actually works quite well outside. In my opinion, it sounds and receives so much better than any of the previous versions. Now, I'm not sure whether that's down to conditions or whether I was just lucky, but this V4 definitely feels to be more of a professional radio receiver compared to those previous versions. A little unadvertised feature is found on the PCB, and that's this little missing jumper link here. Now, by bridging this link here with some link wire or a dab of solder like I did, this now routes the audio output to an input pin on the ESP32 as well as the speaker. Now, what this means is that we can now take advantage of the decoder features that's found on this custom firmware. It can decode RTTY and CW, that's Morse code. Now, I couldn't get Morse code working very well, but it did code RTTY very well. This here is a weather forecast transmitting in radio teletype from Germany, I believe. And this little ATS Mini with the modification and custom firmware is decoding it perfectly. Again, please check the custom firmware website for more information on how to get this working. You have to make some specific changes in the settings so that this feature will work. But again, I will link that in the video description below. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this ATS Mini V4. I think this is kind of a bit of a hot product at the moment, and obviously these designers and people that are making this particular radio, they're just looking at ways to improve it. Now, this V4 is definitely the best one that I've seen personally so far. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Until next video, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you in the next video.